Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Monroe, Louisiana, home to the ULM Warhawks. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the UL Monroe Warhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Louisiana Tech will kick it off and we'll be underway. And he'll bring it back. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Warhawks offense has the ball first today. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
I'm not sure you have much in the script to convert a third and this long on the opening drive. Back to pass, it's Harrell. Here's a heat. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that is how you set the tone as a defense. On the first drive of the game, you're not just getting a 3 and out. You're not even just getting a turnover, but you actually score points with a safety to open this thing up.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. He's in open space downfield. So the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs offense has its first opportunity of the day. Bunch formation for these receivers. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets it out quickly.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Back to pass on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Warhawks line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He gets it away from his own end zone. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Here's the pressure. Here comes the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his man. It's Simmons. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his tight end. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Kick is in the air. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Offense in a bunch formation. Running into the open space. Quick step and go. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. To the air. It's Harrell. Got the quick pass. There he goes to the right. The 20. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They're working that left side. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Second down, he'll throw it. Swings it out to his running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they can go for it on 4th down, especially during these situations.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Gonna swing it on second down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. They'll leave it with the lone back. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is in the air. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man, it's Harold. Swings it out to the flat. Can't get him to the ground. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Warhawks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. A little over 20 seconds to play in the half as they take it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And they can't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. This one's complete. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Takes it from the gun on third down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To the air on first down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. They send the field goal unit out to try to take the lead before halftime. The field goal is no good. And guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Warhawks will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it down the middle. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Back to pass. Takes the easy completion. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unleashes one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And man, is that timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
From the gun, looking for a man. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gresham. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UL Monroe has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Off play action on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. He'll set up to throw. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Rutgers is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Michigan State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Scanning the field, it's Harrell. Using the quick game. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He'll try to take it back. The 10. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
What a boost you can get from something like that, and now they've got it first and goal with the 1. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Back to pass, it's Harrell. They're setting up the screen. Shakes off the defender. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. And the Warhawks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Warhawks will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and look for room. And the returner will be knocked down. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. A strike downfield. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Here's the handoff. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on third down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
I love that play call defensively because it's 3rd and long. You know that the offense is going to throw it, so why not dial up an exotic? Why not bring a blitz and help your pass rush get home to the QB?
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's Hicks. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. To the air, it's Harrell. Just a short pass to the tight end. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They want to throw it. Complete to the left. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Warhawks come to the line in the hurry-up. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires left. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Warhawks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Warhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Harrell. Pressure coming. Buys a little time. Quarterback moving. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Warhawks!
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Spins away from the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Hard running there. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights
Welcome to Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. Today, a battle for the Bayou, and football is part of the DNA in Louisiana, and that just makes the emotions run even higher. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely, David Pollock. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bulldogs offense will start this game off. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Under fire. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Catches it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Green Wave offense heads onto the field for their first possession of the game. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays, probably play a little bit deeper than normal, sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. It's caught downfield. And he'll be smacked to the ground. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Grab behind the line. It's Griffin. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking for room. It's Berry. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Preston. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Got it behind the line. It's Riggs. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to take off. Fighting off the defender. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Nice move there. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Gets the back moving. The tight end gets the handoff on third and short. You don't see that every day. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Caught behind the line. It's Berry. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the back.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's out past the 35. Wide open on the right. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. It's a draw. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He caught it. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Pulls and fired complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Penn State is down, but don't rule out some late-game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest stud at linebacker U, anything is possible.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Simmons.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USC. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Caught over the middle. It's Simmons. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Simmons. He didn't quite make it to the sticks, and it'll bring up a 4th down from the 42. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Quick release on the RPO. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Green Wave hoping that huge run puts momentum on their side. Out of the gun to give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Out of the gun. The inside handoff to the running back. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Got his man. Ripping through the defense. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tulane! Great job by the back on the option. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Gets away. Look out, he's got room. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Griffin. You better be aware that stiff arm's coming. He gave him the business end of it and gets it out to the 14. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Griffin. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its 4th down. Punt is on its way. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Hagan. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Got a man. It's Singleton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's picked off, and another empty drive. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese, and there were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and
Welcome to Ruston, Louisiana, Joe IA Stadium, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Florida International Panthers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Louisiana Tech's offense will have the football first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
They're going to ride this running back. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and long, he has to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So the FIU Panthers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, you know, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running it.
Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. FIU pushing tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To throw, it's Mahan. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Under fire. Lets it fly on the move. Brings it down on the right side. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The screen, he can go. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida International. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. The give to the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Flanagan. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Offense, quick tempo.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll run play action. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. To the air, it's Mahat. Oh, they're after him. Gonna try to get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. They're in the red zone. 1st and the 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll step out of bounds at the 11. FIU pushing tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air.
Keep it at 22. Do not keep it at 22.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. From the gun. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Off play action. Here's the pressure. Got his man quickly. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Dropping back, it's Mahan. He's got his man. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. 3 receivers to the right. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The Panthers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they're going to head out the line up for a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hagan. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Ruston. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Joe in Lincoln Parish.
Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Mahan. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise, gets down without taking a hit. FIU will line up to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Tight end now in motion. He'll keep it himself. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Offense in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Caught in the backfield, it's Simmons. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Knocked down behind the line for the second straight play, bringing up a 3rd and lots of work to do. Dropping back, it's Mahan. Wiggles free. Chucked it away just as he was hit. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. He got it. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
The Florida International offense is back on the field. Fires to the right. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Runs through the tackle. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely center cut. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Houston. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. It'll be a draw. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker turning it on. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Here comes the hurry up. Trying play action. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Mahan. Makes the grab. It's Carter. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Panthers are moving quickly down the field. And some room to work. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quick strike complete. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. FIU pushing tempo. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got it in the middle, it's Burke. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Catch in the middle. It's Hagan. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Runs through a tackle. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to the right. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Now he's looking to throw it. Caught on the outside, it's Flanagan. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. 6th play of the drive coming up. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Hagan. Running through contact. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Just ran him over. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And the Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Just over a minute to go. Drama is high, guys, to see if they can hold on to this lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Trying to get rid of it.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Looking for a man. It's Mahan. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Arthur L. Williams Stadium in Lynchburg, home to the Liberty Flames, and fans have been eagerly anticipating this clash and filling up this stadium quickly. And this is the kind of game college football fans love, because they don't have to wait for the weekend for this Conference USA showdown. As we'll see, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Liberty Flames. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Flames will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Louisiana Tech's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and
there he goes. Just keeps moving. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run. And they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Liberty's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. The Flames will call on their punt team. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Let's take a second to think about Louisiana Tech. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. The option look. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Makes one man miss. Smashes through the tackle. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like, it's such a timing and an art when you run this option. Like, you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
Nice move to keep running. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. And the Flames are moving quickly down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give is to Williams. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. On the read option, he pulls it and runs right. And he's hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dumps it to the back. Fires it incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, he missed it. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Pushes for the goal line. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Powers forward. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. He's looking to throw. Gets it to the back. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And it's no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Rides the back on the option, the give.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Bringing the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They kick it away on 4th down. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Still looking on the move. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he should have enough for a Louisiana Tech 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds a man on the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll throw it from the red zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the 1st row. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Escapes trouble. Pressure coming. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable 1st half of football so far today in Lynchburg. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect 1st half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at the Bill Arthur L. Williams Stadium.
Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first-half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college football?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
Right back to the well. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The Flames come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll run it from the gun. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Flames will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. On target to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Oh, it's picked off, and we are still scoreless. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood.
Breaks into the open. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Three periods in the books, and it would be an understatement to say defense has carried the day. 0-0 as we take a look at the stats. And this is just the way you want it. The game will be won or lost in the 4th quarter as we take a look at the stats through 3. Now on the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Liberty! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
We finally get some points on the board. The defense has been dominating the day. Unbelievable job. 3 quarters of shutout football. Now finally some points on the board. Let's see where this goes now once you've created some momentum.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Stanford. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it going. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going.
Lots of running room. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Give to the running back. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Ball security is so important. Turnovers lose you games, and this guy has put his team in some tough spots. He fumbled last week. He's fumbled again today.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Handoff from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. Wants to fire on second down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the 4th quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. They move on top here in the 4th. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Gives it on the option. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he leads it with the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. on the option. He'll toss it. Fights off a defender. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That will put the wrap on things from here.